All right. So, based on the description of our quest, I think we left off just after fighting Halloween Town Moogles.
I feel like that was probably accurate, yeah.
Which was a hell of a trippy scenario in general.
That whole fight was just chaos.
Right? It was very Moogle, though. I'll give them that.
There we go. Now I can get a follow on. It took me a second to actually catch you.
Yes.
Oh, it's over here. I just let me follow you all the way over here.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a good thing that you had assistance to walk 5 feet in this direction.
I usually when she's bothering me like that, it's supposed to go for long runs.
That's true.
So.
Very quick little efficient walkies.
Splash. Okay.
Of course, the irony of her bugging you to get you to follow her while making it difficult for you to click on her.
Right? That's so Snow. It's perfect.
It really is. Very Snow.
It's very cat.
Yes. She got the zoomies.
So, from what you've poked at, I don't know how much of it you actually dedicated to reading. What do you think of the Neaquatic foxes?
It looked pretty interesting. Like, you're right, I didn't read it in depth overall, but I gave it a look over. Very interesting ideas in there.
Every time I update it, it gets updated for your end too, so...
Right. Which is why there's warnings in there about not to fuck with it.
Yeah, like, I've added some information for... I've fleshed out the contemporary a little bit, but I've also added information for the feral and for the tech sort of lore lines.
Tech line, interesting. Very new.
So, basically starting early and then advancing on as evolution does, and then technology takes over and goes faster than evolution, so it, sort of works that way.
Is this just for writing lore for fun purposes, or are you also planning on using it in like D&D or something?
I don't know if I'm going to end up using it in D&D or something, but I am going to try and see if I can sort of get some visibility in certain fandoms with it, because there aren't a lot of straight up furry races like this that come with lore. So just like, hey, here's this backstory. I had a horse once and dragons, and then you have the fucking fairy dragons. That's the origin story for them, literally. Dutch angel dragons. Those things?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's a furry species that came up, but that's literally the origin story. I had a horse once, name was Dutch, died, liked horse, angel dragon. That makes sense, but that's how it happened. But then you have other ones like wicker beasts, which you've seen a lot of Keeman's work with that lately.
Yeah, he's really obsessed with that.
Those have a primal stage, a contemporary stage, and a future stage as well, and all of this lore, and it's like, that's kind of the thing that I wanted to, and a lot of people have been going to the Wicker Beast just because of that lore. I appreciate.
It's the Wicker Beast looks pretty cool, but I didn't see any wicker involved at all.
It's got like one of those cryptid type names with it.
Yeah, it's a cool look though.
Who knows? Maybe I haven't read into Wicker Beast lore. Maybe they, in old tribes, the shamans would stick wicker into their fur and build up headdresses and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. It's got to come from somewhere, right?
Got to come from somewhere. I haven't read into the lore though. As cool as Wicker Beasts are, I just haven't had the time. And it even more so, seeing as I'm writing my own lore.
Speaking of lore, this particular cutscene has got some pretty important lore here. We're basically learning right now that primals aren't actually a summoning of pre-existing beings. They're actually... The people who are summoning a primal are actually creating it out of nothing.
That sounds problematic.
Yeah, so
sounds double ungood.
So, good King Muggle Mog, the whatever the number he was, may or may not have ever actually existed, but they made him based on their expenditure of ether and their belief that he exists. Which leaves us at a point where we're not 100% sure if Efreet, Garuda, and Titan actually ever existed previous to being created by their tribes that quote-unquote summoned them. They may just believe that these creatures exist and they made them.
They're tulpas, then.
I forget what that means.
A tulpa is Middle Eastern, and it's a symbol that if you put enough belief into it is where it gets its power from. So if enough people believe in a thing enough and strongly enough, then that thing will take shape. Basically.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that concept. I just didn't know it being that name. But yes, that's exactly what's happening here, except they have to also pour a lot of ether into it on top of the belief.
Basically exactly what Raisin Girl said.
Which is exactly what I was going to say just now. Yes, exactly. But that in some of these other cases, it still begs the question: is there an Efreet out there? Is there a Garuda out there somewhere that does exist, or not? We don't know right now. It can be
used to describe almost, like, you could actually tie this into a lot of different stories with, like, human mythology. Like, is this where the gods came from?
Yeah. And what caused people to start believing them in the first place if they hadn't existed yet?
Right? Like, if they didn't exist before that, what was the thought? Could it be shit like this is why stories used to be incredibly widespread of dragons, yet we don't see them today? People stopped believing.
Yeah, maybe.
That's an interesting thought.
Maybe dragons did exist, but they died off or went dormant from dwindling belief.
In human form, because a lot of legends said that they could take human form, and if I looked around the fucking world right now, it's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna pretend to be one of y'all dumb fucks. Y'all don't get to see my majesty.
Yeah, I mean, it could be like the Shadowrun thing, where the level of magic that exists in the world has gone down, and so the dragons went either stuck in human form or went dormant or something, and then one day they just showed up again when the magic comes back.
Yeah. There's a lot of different possibilities that you could take this for different storytelling concepts.
And that's why I think, honestly, out of all the MMOs out there, this one has the best story, because they actually bring up a lot of interesting questions like this. And honestly, the thing I asked about Efreet and Garuda and whatnot, did they ever exist in the first place, or were they only made by the belief, but they never existed in the first place? Minor spoiler, but I'm in the final expansion right now, and that question has still not been answered. We are still unsure about the details of that, which I think is interesting.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, because you can take it in multiple different directions, and who's to say that any of them are wrong, right?
Well, I mean, there's definitely one correct answer, but we don't know it. The game has not presented it to us.
With an infinite number of universes, is there such a thing as a wrong answer? There's so many possibilities.
Okay, wait. If you're willing to go across multiverses, then that's one thing. But within this universe that we are in, there is one answer.
Final Fantasy, the people who fucking invented multiverse. Yeah, let's just boil it down to just one. Okay, I got you.
Well, sure. There is one that our characters are currently existing in right now.
but it does exist in a grander multiverse that includes Kingdom Hearts.
Sure. Yeah. But we're not talking about those other universes at the moment.
But what if we were? What if there's a quiet interconnection here that you have to accept the possibility of?
That could go part of the answer. Like, what if Ifrit, Garuda, Titan, Good King Moggle, etc., don't exist in the world that our characters are in, but they do exist in a different part of the multiverse somewhere?
And yeah, I love the fact that there are going to be questions best left to interpretation, because I agree, good storytelling often has some mystery boxes, and that's probably another one of the reasons why I rave so much about Patrick Rothfuss's writing. Because I've read those books a lot. I've listened to the audiobooks, and there's still shit that I'm like, oh, okay, so, but what's this? And I realized that there's still one book missing, but still.
Maybe those answers are in the back of Patrick's mind, waiting to be unleashed on the world, but not ready yet. Also, while we were talking, Snow typed in that Good King Moggle is specifically 12th of his name. So that answers the question of what the number is. And yes, there are other things in the game later that I won't say anything about, but there are other questions on the similar level to this question that will be brought up later. This is a thought-provoking game, which is not a story you usually get. Like, you don't usually get a story of that kind of quality out of an MMO. I've enjoyed MMO stories, but I've never had thought-provoking ones that left me wondering.
You don't often actually get thought-provoking, leave-you-wonder stories out of regular games, not just MMOs.
True, but MMOs tend to be less deep in their storytelling than regular games in general. And this is definitely an exception.
Actually, while we continue to wait for Patrick Rothfuss to get off his ass and get that third book done so we can figure out what the hell is up with the Door of Stone.
Yes, among other things. If he doesn't do something with that in the third book, people are going to riot.
Well, the thing is, the third book is going to be called The Door of Stone. I think he's going to do something with it.
What if he called it that and didn't do anything with it at all?
Oh, that there would be.
Do you think do you think he's got that level of trolling in his soul?
He probably does. Actually, he's kind of a degenerate, but.
Yeah.
While we're waiting on him, I can suggest the Stormlight Chronicles, actually.
I've heard of that.
Or the Stormlight Archives, sorry.
I don't know dick about it, but I've heard of it. By the way, before we continue down...
to read a lot.
Nice. Before we continue too far down that thought path, though, we have 2 quests to pursue. I suggest we might start doing a Legacy of Allag just a little bit, so that we can start preparing for the Crystal Tower. Like, I don't want to do the Crystal Tower today, but I think we can move towards unlocking it, at least. Although, also, I don't remember how far we are away from... Snow, do you remember how far we are away from opening up the Rising Stones in the story? I know it's soon. You remember how soon? Because I've decided to name the stream title after that today, so I want to actually get that done today.
Soonish, I think.
Okay. I know that for the Legacy of Allag thing, we're gonna have to go back and forth at least a wee bit. Let's hit up Mordona and at least talk to Rambros and get that rolling, and then we can figure out how we want to go back and forth from there. So, Revenant's Toll then. Actually, wait a second. That's my return button. I forgot. I'm not paying money for this.
Where are we going? Sorry?
Mordona.
Which should be your return button.
That's Revenant's Toll.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the name
But
of the
it's-
city inside
Okay,
of the
cool.
zone called Mordona.
Be more specific. Listen,
No.
it's your fault I'm high now. Be
Yes,
more specific.
I walked.
I'm not going to remember this shit.
I did step out of the room. That is clearly my fault. Also, it's not like it says Mordona beside Revenant's Toll on your teleport list or anything.
It doesn't on that button.
That's true. Alright. Let us go talk to a large scholar who is not me, but looks a lot like me.
But no, the Stormlight Archives. Reason I say be prepared to read a lot, because I haven't quite figured out how it all goes together yet.
Mm-hmm.
But you've heard me talk about another trilogy, the Mistborn trilogy?
I think so.
They're part of the same fucking universe.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where there has been confirmation of species from Mistborn showing up in Stormlight. So it's like they are literally Final Fantasy adjacent, right? They are Final Fantasy adjacent as far as how closely related they are. Highly suggest it. Brandon Sanderson is, while he is absolutely not Patrick Rothfuss, he is absolutely a wonderful world builder and a great character developer.
I just want to point out real quick, by the
reading.
way, I just realized that Rambrose is very, very close to being a photo negative of my character.
He's got that context.
Yeah, he's got dark skin and light beard. I've got light skin and dark beard.
It's contextual Krendar.
In this case, contextual is also spelled with a K. Anthrogeographical. Sorry, anthropogeographical endeavor. That's a word.
That is indeed a word. By the way, that little wheeze at the end when you were laughing was adorable.
The what?
Wheezed at the end of your laugh was adorable.
No. No.
No.
No.
I like how she denies the cuteness while busting out her cutest voice to say no.
She always does that.
I enjoy the contrast of it. Also, something this game does that I find weird is whenever you get like a situation like what's happening with Sid right now, where he just, like jumped in on the conversation from off screen, and it said question mark for the name on the speech bubble. Why do they do that when it's clearly somebody we've talked to before and we should recognize their voice by this point?
I guess
Our character should know who it is.
short suspense or something.
It's a silly way to do it, though.
Eh.
We're doing all right today, Raisin. You know, Kai, you could have seen Raisin on a podcast very recently. Because she was recently on mine.
Oh.
Which is always fun. Yeah, speaking of alternate universes and multiverses, Final Fantasy XIV definitely dabbles in that a little bit because this whole Crystal Tower thing is a reference to Final Fantasy III. That's a big bug zapper.
Yeet.
I don't remember much of the details of the Crystal Tower with Final Fantasy III because it's been a little while since I played that one. But I think it was the end of that game or something like that. Or at least something late game. Alright, so the Cliff's Notes of this is that to get through this magic barrier, we need to gather some elements to create a counteraction to the barrier.
Really?
I like that top.
Oh my gosh.
What am I missing?
I'm looking
Kyle's
at
over
her
here
top.
being lewd.
No, I'm looking at her top.
I am. Would you stop? She's
Oh,
trying.
it's those pants.
Really?
Actually, what I was trying to do originally was because I was curious how my armor had abs when I know for a fact my character did not have that option.
Well, obviously it's just the chest plate has been made into metal abs. It's an artistic thing that the armorer did.
Which, I mean, they did do that. That was a thing that was done. It's just kind of funny because you know me and my waifus, I find it attractive, and just the posing just kind of it loses something for me.
You certainly do like to spell it that way nowadays, don't you?
I do. Since I discovered that spelling, I've enjoyed it.
All right. Looks like both of the things we need to do at this point are in the Lenosha area.
The woman on YouTube who does this YouTube shorts of cutting wood.
She was pretty cute.
Ooh. I suspect she's not straight too.
I do not have any data on this in any direction.
The only data I have on it is that when there is music, it's generally the sort of music that you wouldn't choose in that scenario unless you were. Like, I'm trying to look at it through, lesbian lenses here because I have those.
Made them yourself.
Right? There are choices that you make in that way. There's a couple little things there that have stuck out. I'm not saying, but I suspect. My gaydar is going off.
I mean, takes one to know one, right? You would know.
No, but
No, not
yes,
really,
but also no.
Exactly. Exactly. Come on, it's new. Camp Overlook.
Camp Overlook.
Yes. Did the teleport not bring you along?
There we go.
Ah, I like this. Character over here with the last name of Ronsenberg. That's funny.
That's funny. Yeah.
That's funny for anybody who's played Final Fantasy XII.
I mean, it's kind of funny for anybody who played 10 too.
Oh, I
Not
don't
10
remember
2,
10
but
well
10
enough.
also.
Which needs to be specified because there is a 10 too.
Yes, it does need. Yes, it was
Also,
the first one. In fact, it was the first game to get an actual sequel.
It was that started the ball rolling.
It was just like, wait a minute, we can go back, and then we got other such amazing things, such as all of the spin-offs from 7, and eventually the 7 remake. Which part 2 is coming out soon, isn't it?
End of the year is the current release date.
Excited to see you stream that.
I mean, it'll be a little bit painful having to stream it 3 or 4 hours a week, but I definitely will.
Yeah.
Well, even though I will absolutely get no views except for my friends, but that's still fun. I will not say no to playing it and hanging out with friends.
Well, I suspect I'm not going to get a whole lot of attention with my venture, but I'm still going to give it a shot.
Oh?
So, you know how I was looking at that beauty of an axe earlier?
Oh, the guitar, yes. The figurative axe. I was thinking literal axe for a second. Yes. Understood.
I'm thinking that I'm going to get back into this music shit, and I'm going to do something on stream that I never succeeded in doing before I gave up my music career. I'm going to learn the guitar.
Cool. That could be fun. Did
I don't
everybody
think it's
get
going
the
to do
thing,
much
by
for
the
my
way?
numbers, but yeah, I did.
We all have it? Okay.
Yep.
So now,
Yep.
I think... Yeah, that's the L port zone. Yeah, okay. L port. We're going to teleport to the beer. It's the ale port.
I like it. But yeah, that's gonna be my grand experiment. See how that works. I'm gonna pick up the stuff to do it, and I'm either gonna buy that one or I'm going to build one. Not sure yet.
Okay.
Maybe both. But I'm going to do that on stream. So.
As for the Final Fantasy thing, I think for the sake of my own sanity, I am probably going to play through it on my own first, so that I don't have to torture myself by playing it only for 3 or 4 hours a week. But then after that, I will replay it on stream.
I mean, I would be willing to take a hiatus from this so you could play it more.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I thoroughly
What do you
enjoyed
think, Snow?
watching that. Seeing that those first reactions for the first half were a big deal for me.
That is fun.
So I would be willing to take that hiatus.
Fair enough.
But that's me, because those first impressions are super important for me. It's part of the joy of it.
It is. I agree.
Especially your reactions, because you have amazing... You have the capacity when something really gets you, like you really enjoy it, you get this childlike glee.
Yeah.
It's very enjoyable, and it happened so much with that.
Oh, that
remake,
game was built for that kind of
part,
thing.
right?
Also, I'm generally replaying the first part of the remake to prepare myself and refresh my memory on things. And I'm probably going to replay the original game as well, because it's not very long.
Larson.
Larson, we are not talking about Strangers of Paradise. We are talking about things that are good.
Oof.
Actually, I've heard it is good. I've heard it is good, but it's too short.
I was gonna say that sounds like something that's very close to a hot take there, Krend, because I've heard nothing but good things. I have heard that it was a bit too short, but as short as it was still enjoyable from what I heard. No personal experience.
Yeah. I'm a bit amused at this moment of the fact that it's time to go back to Revenant's Toll, and our return button just finished recharging. So let's do that. Although I've heard that, okay, aside from being too short, the story is absolutely fucking gibberish nonsense as well, but that the gameplay is fun, and that's, you know, that's fine.
As somebody who enjoyed the story of the room, sucked vinegar out of my ass crack.
Also, chaos. That's basically the story, from what I understand.
I mean, tell me how that isn't a good story if it's
I mean, it's
played
just
out
that
properly.
apparently the main character says chaos way too fucking often. But I mean,
somebody learned a new word is what I'm hearing.
basically. But yeah, I think I'm told the game is like 12 to 15 hours. I'm definitely not paying $80 for that. I will get it when it's on sale for a price that seems like it's reasonable for a 12-hour game, though. Or, I don't know, maybe it comes out on Game Pass or becomes one of those freebies on Epic. I don't know. If I can score it free, great. But if it goes down to, like, if not, then I'll pay like $30 or something for it.
So if you ever want to hate yourself but also have something to laugh at because it's just so unbelievable that this became published, I do actually recommend that people try to read Twilight.
That's a hot take.
And the reason I suggest people to read this is not because they're any good, but I want you to specifically read it with the understanding that you're looking for words that have never been used previously in the book, but are now being used every paragraph or more.
Oh, is that level of writing, is it?
Yeah. Count how many times that happens, and it's like, did Steffi Poo learn a new word?
You can almost tell where one writing session ended and a new one on a new day began, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. You can tell when her vernacular got bigger.
That's funny.
Is just
also, I like Larson's character. The main character in Stranger of Paradise will interrupt villain monologues to ask them, "Are you chaos?"
Mm-hmm.
Well,
what a strange thing to just blurt out at somebody.
Don't read something to not enjoy it, but this is not an enjoyable series. And I'm not saying that you're going
Kai
to
is saying that you should read this book to enjoy it in an alternate way.
Yeah, like you cannot enjoy it in its necessary way unless you. I don't know. I don't understand how those books became anything. I really don't. But they did.
I don't know either.
They
All right,
apparently did something.
Our next crystals are close to the Rising Stone, or the Waking Sands, I should say. So let's check in with Minfilia.
The Waking Stone.
Yeah.
Zaharek is either near Little Alamigo or
But my point is, it's within the borders of Nathanalan, as is the Waking Sands. So let us pray return to the Waking Sands first.
And Natalan is
ticket.
Camp Dragonhead.
Yes. So my idea is we'll check in with Minfilia, and then after that we'll teleport to Little Alamigo. And then after that we'll teleport to Dragonhead.
Little legs.
Mm-hmm.
I just enjoyed that for some reason. I'm sorry.
You're a dork.
No.
Dork. Orc food.
Larson recently took a book home from work because it would have otherwise ended up in the trash. It's a guidebook on how to achieve mental contact with extra-dimensional lion people who can teach you enlightenment. That sounds like a real page turner.
Larson, can you find me a copy of this book in English? I want to read this. Again, you're right. Enjoyable read. Yes. Good? No. It was in English.
All right, so Kai, send him a private message with your post office address.
I mean, Larson, if you're looking to get rid of it and are willing to ship it to my ass, I'll take it off your hands. The Lion People, Intercosmic Messages from the Future. Oh my God, this book exists.
I wonder how many exotic drugs the author was on when they wrote it.
It is $17 for a paperback. Let's check. Okay, Amazon, you're gonna rip me off anyway. Let's look up.
Are you gonna do a read along stream?
Oh my God, I should. I fucking should. All right, so thrift books, The Lion People. Oh my God, I can get it on thrift books.
Glorious.
It's more expensive though.
That's not very thrifty at all.
Usually, thrift books is better. I want. Motherfucker, your name was not Murray Hope. What the fuck?
4.5 stars on Amazon. Sweet.
Oh my
the
God.
Lion People.
Oh my God! Thank you, Larson. You.
What is Snow squealing about being cute right now?
I have no idea. The cats are catting.
Well, I didn't know Ray was a cat.
Cat dragon thing.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Kai, just to add more context to the current discussion we're having today about the nature and existence of what primals are, let's remember that the Ascians are going around teaching the beast tribes how to summon them.
Yeah?
Because the Ascians want primals going running around all over the place. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given into the care of Lesbian Mad.
Yuri Anger.
Yes. That's permanently his name now.
Yuri Anger. And Girl Nikita. No.
Bitch.
There is no evidence that she isn't. Just angry. You're just angry that I noticed it first. Thing is, you're supposed to have a focus for such things.
First review on Amazon. This is a well-channeled, whatever that means, stimulating book regarding the illusory nature of time, while showing how other beings have evolved differently, yet emotionally wise and technologically advanced. That's quite a word salad that doesn't fucking mean anything.
Yeah, give me a review that means nothing without giving me a review that means nothing.
Right?
Because those are really pretty words, but collectively they mean fuck and or all.
That is one of the most prime examples I've ever seen of the phrase word salad.
Alright, talk to Lesbian Mad.
Yep. Who is no longer Gideon Emery, but used to be. Actually, I'm not sure if he has any more voice acting before the expansion or not.
I believe he does.
So he might be Gideon Emery for just a tiny bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I was going to say earlier, speaking again also of the multiverse thing, there is an Ivalice and a Dalmasca in this world that we are in right now. But I don't think... But they are not the same ones as Final Fantasy XII. It's a multiverse situation, it looks like.
I did not need a migraine at this point. This is a bad time to have a migraine.
It is.
Yeah.
And I think Minfilia agrees.
In the game.
Empress Teresa? Who the hell's that?
It's a terrible book. It's another terrible book that you read for the sake of doing it just to say you did.
Also, Larson, I agree the world is always lessened by a reduction in Emery quotient. On the other hand, the voice actor that replaces him is also excellent.
Yes.
But he's not Gideon Emery, which is, as I've already established, always a shame. This game needs more Balthier, really.
Mm.
Especially because there's a certain other NPC who will not be named.
Hmm?
So there really should be some Balthier.
Yeah.
Then again, I haven't finished that raid, so I don't know that there isn't. For a fact. Is that a 3-part raid? Or do you remember how many parts there are to the Dalmasca raid?
I think that one's also 3.
Because I've got part 3 unlocked, but I haven't run it yet. Oh, look, it's ASEAN text. Also, I like mint filling as Minfilia's name. Oh, also, speaking of...
Blast is on his shit tonight.
He is. Also, speaking of photo negatives, we have a photo negative ASEAN here.
Oh, that fucker.
Mm-hmm.
So a frontasian?
a front buddy in.
There's an Asian and a frontasian. They're opposites.
A frontian. So La Habrea's going to learn from his mistakes, is he?
Asian and Usian, of course. That makes sense. No?
Mm.
Should be front buddy in. Also, apparently the photo negative ASEAN is invisible. Invisible bubble.
Minfilia is as useless as ever.
Also, Larson, why are there multiple people referring to the Lion People book as being channeled? Is this one of those, like, a divine messenger poured the words into me and I just wrote them down situations? Is that what that means?
Sounds like it, yes.
Goodreads has a single user review of the Lion People. It simply consists of the word read.
Or red.
Maybe. If it's a review, though, it's probably them saying that other people should read.
Or read it without saying the whole thing.
Maybe? That's a pretty bad review if you're just saying, yes, I read this. I confirm. I read this. Although,
Yes,
that would be a great troll review.
I confirm that I have bought this. I'm going to do that now.
It reminds me of, you know that webcomic XKCD?
Yes.
I remember they had one about this guy's wife was asking why he was stuffing a bobcat into a box. And he said, I'm making the world stranger one Amazon review at a time. And then they cut to a picture of somebody sitting at their computer, covered in scratches, angrily typing. I purchased an office chair. To imagine my surprise when box did not contain office chair, but instead contained bobcat. Would not buy again.
Yep.
By the way, for anybody not familiar with they keep calling Minfilia antecedent as her title. It basically just means original. Like, she was the first scion of the Seventh Dawn. That's basically what her title means. Also, she just got laser sorted.
Like I said, useless as ever.
Mm-hmm. This is still not the craziest book you've seen at work, Larson? Well, I would imagine not. You do work in a library, right? I would imagine you encounter a great many number of books. There has to be some strange ones in there. For a few more days? What? I can fetch you a flask of my special tonic. In other words, oh god damn it, I need a drink. Bust out the hip flask. Said words to the students of Baldesion. Tell them to scour the archives of forbidden tomes in particular. The 6th post-Atlantean root race? Wait, how can you be a root race if you're post-Atlantean? That doesn't make any sense. Shouldn't that be pre-Atlantean? That book fucked up already.
I need to find a book that I can buy. Oh no, I have a series of books. I have a series of books that I could probably write a review on the first one. The one that introduced me to the sentence. Oh, fuck. I can't even.
Is this
Stop
the one that you're...
talking. I am dead. And then she died.
I remember you mentioning that one at least once before.
It makes me so angry.
It's such a sentence. So is that the one you're going to
makes
review
me
by saying,
so
I read
angry.
this?
I placed this in front of my eyes. Oh my god, it was so bad. It was just... And, like, stop talking, I am dead is bad enough, but to follow it up with, and then she died, it was like, oh.
Glorious. Glorious.
It was so
All right.
bad.
I'm going to talk to the white beard here just so I can get his quest symbol out of the screen. Basically, Old Man talks about reminiscing about old adventures, then unlocks New Game Plus mode. Which isn't what it sounds like. New Game Plus basically lets you replay story missions, but get no rewards out of them. If you just want to see cutscenes again and stuff. What the heck do you mean, Ray? Yes, exactly. Oh. Cutscene. Walk out into the street a little bit more if you want the cutscene, by the way.
Yep, right about here. Left.
Hold on, talking to Wistful Whitebeard.
Okay.
I had a couple of weeks to forget how ridiculous that bow was.
What, mine?
Yeah, the Magitech bow. It's so silly.
Oh.
So big.
I'm going to walk here. You will too. You won't. You will be late. You might die. And when you get here, then we'll talk. Just fucking talk to me now, douchebag.
Right? Classic Asians. Putting the
This
ass
one in
back in
particular.
Asian.
This one in
Yeah.
particular.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't always use me like this.
Yeah, has become contagious.
Meh. Right?
Jagson?
Mhm.
I am almost as tall as this Lalafell on their chocobo.
And your minimum height for your race.
Tiny Durgan.
That's hilarious.
I
can
see he's a
speak-
scholar as well, though.
I can talk to this person without straining my neck, and they're mounted.
It is funny.
It's hilarious.
Although I still maintain that the Asians are further proof of the multiverse theory, as clearly the Asians come from Kingdom Hearts.
Well, clearly.
They are so Organization 13 that it hurts. Actually, I think the single most Organization 13 cutscene they've ever had is still coming up. But holy shit. You're being judged, game. Scholar, pounce! Pounce! I'm going to punch the ground until you fall over.
There we go. And we just go even further along here.
I wonder how ridiculous that attack looks like when it's being cast by a Lalafell scholar. It's little teeny soft boy punching the ground to make explosions. Probably not as silly as the time that I was in a group whose tank was a Lalafell grandma. Warrior. Little berserker grandma.
I dig it.
Complete with hair buns and everything. It was
that's
glorious. It was so silly. I still think these are one of the creepiest enemies I've seen in the game as well. Look at these fucking things.
Oh, the goblins, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, they look like oh fuck, they look.
I agree.
It's like if you took Sebastian the Crab and mixed him with Chode.
Oh. Kind of.
Assuming you know the character Chode, which...
Oh, I thought you said
not
Toad.
many do. No, Chode.
I don't know a character named Chode, but I know what Chode meant when I was in high school.
And that's okay, the guy was named that on purpose.
Oh god.
He is a Chode. He's a fucking Chode. Tripping the Rift, by the way. It's fucking hilariously bad on every level. Six is kind of cute, though.
Mm-hmm. Ah, being chain-tongued. Ladies. That's some big-ass froggies. Out of here, you healer ass bitch. That's my job. Alright, front buddy in. Talk. You did not act only in self-defense, you dick. You had no reason to stab her. Even if she did get over it. Although I have to say, their gibberish is much more interesting now that I know more about the overall plot of the story.
Eat.
Good night, Larson.
Larson.
Enjoy communing with the lion people.
Yes.
And I was trying so hard to keep my mouth shut of naming the assassin. And
Elizabeth?
yes,
I like that name.
it's
actually kind of fire.
It's a really
Elizabeth.
fun name.
It's a good name. Although, to be fair, just giving away his name I don't think would have really been any particular spoiler.
Well, it was still like question mark, so I wasn't gonna be
Yeah.
when he showed up in the cutscene, be like, damn it, and yeah.
Restraint is good.
Yeah.
Also, running off and leaving snow behind.
Yes.
Ah, it's my turn now. I get to say it.
I was taking a drink of my soda before.
Snow's still in a cutscene.
She's in a cunt scene?
Cutscene. Jesus.
I mean, that is something I enjoy seeing.
Oh my lord.
Even if they do have a D20 on their belly.
Yeah, that one's just kind of cursed for me.
Just can't explain. Couldn't really explain why, though, eh? Just sort of hit you that way.
Yeah. We took the scenic route.
Yep.
I mean, you can see a lot from the air.
Pretty little flight.
Yeah. It's fun when you first unlock flying and you can see the world, the parts of the world you're familiar with, but from new angles of view.
Mhm.
It's fun. Hello, Mint Filling. We have returned. As everything was, so shall it be again. Although I do like how her father was apparently a double agent spying on the Empire. That's fun. Friggin' Empire. What a bunch of jerks.
Yeah.
I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. Bitch, I left the room 5 seconds ago. The instant I turn my back, she's gone.
And here we have Ariane J being a freaking theater kid again.
You can't help
Oh.
it.
I skipped a step accidentally.
Oh? Oh, did you run outside without talking to lesbian Mad?
Yeah.
Oops.
Just not used to talking to lesbian mad.
But he's so good at talking. He does a lot of it.
Yeah, okay.
Theater kid.
He's
Lesbian
very
mad is quiet
loquacious.
boy. It's not terribly loquacious.
Well, I mean, it goes in spurts. He's very quiet most of the time, but then once he gets started, hoo boy. All right, but let's not go to Revenant's Toll just yet.
Okay, now I've talked to lesbian mad. Now
All right.
I can leave.
And once you get outside, we are teleporting to Southern Thanalan. Not Thanalan. Here we go.
Ooh, a fiery wolf.
Yeah.
What
that
now?
is the mount you get from I think that's Seriu.
Damn it, I didn't see it.
You and your teleport trigger button.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I was outside for a little while before you came out, but I just didn't see them. Oh well.
They were right there.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, if they were right in front of me, that would explain why I didn't see them.
It was a giant wolf that was on fire, Kren.
Uh-huh.
This is not the same as just a woman falling off the back of your horse. This is a wolf that is on fire.
Sure, but right in front of me, though.
The thing is I can't even argue with that logic.
We've established this.
There's been zero evidence to show that that would even make a difference. So, you're right. Obviously, you're right. Is there?
Although that
I was holding out hope that a flaming fucking giant ass wolf would be like, hey, look.
at least moderately
you're right.
noticeable.
Yeah, but you're right. You've technically never given the evidence that that would be the case.
That Assassin's Creed moment was pretty amusing, though. I'm just sitting there like, wait, how long's she been gone? Hey, Crystal Get.
Yep.
And now Camp Dragonhead.
I figured y'all could handle the shit while I was investigating it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That way we could, spend less time.
Actually, yeah. Let's do the return to Rodent's Toll first, actually, because then the toll will be closer to the teleport location after that. We can save some money. Teleporting to Dragonhead will be cheaper from there.
Yep.
Might as well. I mean, I don't spend a lot of money in this game, but why just throw it away, right?
Yeah.
Ren Rosethorn. That's a pretty good name. Oh, Russet Sleeper's still hanging out. I wonder how long this guy's been idle.
That's a nice character with that name too.
Which one? Rosethorn?
Ren Rosethorn. That's quite nice.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a thrown together thing. This looks like somebody put as much effort into this character as you do, Snow.
Oh.
And there goes a player called
I
PPP. Baby.
Like, this character had some thought. I appreciate it.
Hey.
Yes, we were just creeping on it.
Mhm.
It happens.
Creeping on your cute cat character. Fuck. Just fucking deal with it.
Rest of Receptionist.
What the hell kind of emote was that?
What? Which one?
This weird little sassy thing where I patted my cleavage, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, I think that's supposed to be I think that's the /me emote, which is basically like a, yep, you can count on me.
Yeah.
Which, for some reason, on female characters is basically, I'm going to pat my boobs.
Yeah, my
I mean,
character
it
did the
was
same thing.
it was cute and sassy and shit, but like, what the fuck is that as an answer?
The answer is, look, I have tits.
Which is a valid answer in all other things.
Actually, I don't think I've seen a Lalafell do it. I'm not sure what their version's like.
Probably super over the top.
Probably. Oh, here we go.
At least with the Lalafell males, it's literally just.
Alright, and now we're being cock-blocked with the need to do some more Crystal Tower stuff. Although I don't think all of it, so I'm not sure how much. I think we just have to finish unlocking it, at least. But okay. Now we go to Dragon Head, and it costs like 40% the price it would have from the other spot. Boop. Because it's basically next door. At some point, we are also going to have to do repeats of the primal fights, but I think that's not forced until the end of the main story bits. Like, that's
The
not a
harder
rush.
ones or whatever, I think. Or
Slightly.
something like
They're called the hard mode ones, but they're not that much harder, other than the fact that they're level 50 instead of level 30 or whatever. But that doesn't really matter considering level sync anyway, so. They're slightly fancier, but not that much. Alright. So basically we're running into all the Beast Tribe headquarters and sealing their crystals. So they have the Wind Crystal here.
Yep.
Go figure that the bird lizards have the Wind Crystal. Although I like their weird Zeppelin
The bird
balloon
lizards?
stuff. Have you,
In the middle of a snowstorm, the bird lizards, the blizzards, you mean?
The blizzards, yes. Totally not
that.
Warcraft,
Like
though.
that.
No, these blizzards have morals.
Exactly. And we see that as enemies that we fight. But they still have better morals than Blizzard. Or at least ActiBliz. It makes you wonder how much of the Blizzard shenanigans were going on before Activision bought them. Or if it started after. I genuinely don't know.
I don't know. I think there's some unnecessary finger pointing when it comes to that kind of stuff anyway. It's just like, we know what happened, we know that this was happening, and this is not okay, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah. I mean, knowing the true source of it definitely matters, but stopping it matters more. Let's just make sure it stops first, and then worry about it staying stopped as well.
I don't think its origins are as important as it is that at one point, whether it was at that point, at that way in the beginning or not, but at one point someone decided that they were okay with it. So,
yeah,
both sides were wrong. One may have started off wrong, and the other one became wrong, but they were both wrong.
Also, I just want to point out, clearly that other player just summoned her Magitech armor and flew off in it. And I know that because of the noise it made when she summoned it. But it took a moment for the Magitech armor to actually render in. So what I heard was the activation noise of Magitech armor and then a lady just fly off into the sky on her own.
That's what I saw, too.
That was very silly. Okay, so I think we can still talk to Minfilia while we're here, but let's just hand this in anyway, just to make sure. Through this field of crystals that looks a lot like ice formations.
I read bro. I just read your name as Cranberries. I'm sorry.
Wow. I don't know where the C came from, but all right, he's Cranberries from now on.
No. No. So, Cran, have you ever been in a music store? Have you ever had that interest?
Interest? No. Been in one, yes. Although primarily because of, buying audio equipment in general. Like,
right.
When I got this microphone I'm using, for example, and the stand that's holding it, I got from a music store.
Was anybody in there playing?
Not at the time, no. It probably happens, though.
It happens a lot. It happened today, actually, when I was looking at that one and a couple of other things. We were actually getting ready to go, and this kid, probably
I don't know.
19 to 21,
Like,
plugs in this white 7-string and just starts playing some Sabbath and shit. And he's playing really good, and it's like... Ray said, you sound really, really good. And I agreed from, the other side of the store. You said, I haven't been able to play in a bit. It's a little bit rusty. And I look over and I said, that's rusty? I don't stand a fucking chance if that's rusty. But, no, boy, it was good.
I mean, clearly he was just being modest and either being modest or humble bragging by comparing that to what he's normally like. I guess he's had some practice overall over the years, though, eh?
His overall energy told me that he didn't have a great, self-esteem. That's true with a lot of musicians and a lot of artists, actually. But it wouldn't surprise me if he just didn't recognize through his own ability how good he was.
Could be.
But no, he was properly pleasant to listen to. There were little itty bitty imperfections, but they're the imperfections that make music and not, sounding like it was pumped out of a computer. You know what I mean?
Aye.
It was lovely.
Are we picking up the next quest of this?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
The blue one?
Yeah, sanding it down. So we've got these crystals now, but now we have to sand them down into a whatever the desired shaping is.
Fair enough.
Basically, Sid's going to be making some talismans that are going to get us through the barrier. Is the story of what we're doing.
Got that. Sorry about that. Didn't know.
So good.
Yep. No, it's a valid question. There have been blue quests that we've been skipping from people.
A lot of them.
This is not one of them. What's that?
A lot of them, in fact.
Yeah. Well, especially right now that we finished the main game, Revenant's Toll has a lot of optional dungeons quests in them that I don't think we want to do. Because I know dungeons aren't your favorite thing, and these ones are optional.
Yeah,
Sesame buns.
What?
Sesame buns.
It's true.
I wonder if he's friends with Frozen Yogurt.
Frozen Yogurt. Frozen Yogurt, the shadow.
Oh dear.
That's very silly.
No.
All right, let's pop in here and talk to Mint Filling while we're in the area.
Okay.
Also, let's check out the new headquarters in the back of a bar, which is the place full of optional quests that I was just mentioning. I believe every single one of these people in here is offering us, or that has a blue quest, which is like 6 of them. I believe they are all optional dungeon, like hard mode dungeons. Although I think I've said before, but one thing I do appreciate about this... It's nice, eh? One thing I do appreciate about this game is I appreciate the fact that while they do have, like, here, go through that same dungeon you've done before, but now it's harder. It's not just that. It's not just, oh, the enemies are higher level now. It's actually a different layout with different bosses. Like, it's a whole different dungeon. It just happens to be that it is in the same physical location as a thing we've already done, but taking a different route through the place and encountering different things. And I think it's kind of cool they did that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, confirmed.
What's confirmed?
Oh my god.
Eat a bulge.
Oh.
I'm teasing Snow hard.
Yes.
But no, this place is nice. I like this.
It is really nice.
Definitely eat a bulge, though.
She's got a hell of a Mons. That's for sure.
I'm more just confused.
Why are you confused? And no is not the word you use to describe confusion usually, but you know.
I mean, sometimes denial is the knee-jerk reaction of confusion. Also, Minfilia's top is never going to stop being funny to me.
Oh.
It is one of this game's many examples of an outfit that says, "Hey, look at my tits." Those are framed as hell.
You're never going to stop finding Minfilia's top funny. Kren, he has a name.
Touche. Touche.
I mean, I've legitimately seen people wear stuff like this, so I don't see the big deal.
Have you ever seen one of those dresses where it's like it has a boob window even though the boobs are completely covered? But it's just like,
Yes.
This part is completely a different color and framed by the other part.
Yeah, or it's packed in such a way that it looks like you actually have to physically press your tits into them.
Mm-hmm.
Because of how they're held.
There's one or two other dresses in this game that are exactly like that. We shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. So it is now time for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and especially Ida, to come out to the public.
Agreed. Ida, be proud of your girl cock.
Mm-hmm.
Proud of the gawk.
Gawk.
Raise the gawk.
Nope.
Just don't
Don't.
put
Nope.
that in public, okay?
Nope. Nope. Don't like that. Nope.
A lot of people want to run it up your flagpole.
Oh no.
I mean, she's definitely rocking a pole.
See, there's gawk. There's
Nope.
What?
Don't like that.
That's one of the names for it.
Nope. I refuse.
It ranks up there with Bussy.
It does. I agree. In fact, it is the photo negative of Bussy.
True. Bussy is incredibly disturbing to me for some reason, though.
I mean, I feel equally the same about both of them. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. Jesus. Exactly.
I don't like Phoenix, though. That's the problem.
Wait, what?
I'd prefer Gawk over Phoenix.
Venus? No.
Or
Venus
Wick.
is Venus is slightly less bad than Gawk.
No, it's not. Venus just does not have a good mouthfeel.
I mean,
Let's try that sentence again.
No, I don't. I'm happy with it.
You sound like you are.
I much prefer the feeling of gawk in my mouth.
I like how you just leaned into it. That's good.
Fuck it, let's go.
Yes, repetition of the good news that La Habrea is still alive. Fucker. Cryle, where are you? Fun fact, by the way. Do you remember back around the time of the story where we had just rescued Minfilia and the others from having been kidnapped by the Empire? Remember when we had the emergency airship ride to get out of there?
Yeah.
During the cutscene of some people talking on the airship, Minfilia was talking on her link pearl to somebody in the background in a softer voice because she was in the background.
Correct.
During that, I don't know if you caught much of what she said, but she said the word Kryl at one point.
Yes.
Or should I say the name Kryl. So now that's being brought up again. Now we get to figure out who the fuck she was talking about soon. Your intercession was not foretold.
Gabriella's freaking butt muffin.
Mm-hmm.
You're a
They
bum.
survived the
I
seventh
am not a butt muffin.
Ardor.
Ooh, you're a mochi cat.
I didn't hear a denial.
Have you ever squished mochi ice cream? A weird
I've never
question, I know, but legitimate question.
I've never had it.
I suggest you have some because one, it's delicious. Two, when you squish it, you will feel what snow feels like. Her skin has the texture of mochi. It's no fucking joke. It's hilarious. It's adorable.
Ooh, still waters.
Adorable, if you will.
No.
Or hilarious.
Okay, remember how I said between the main story bits and expansions, they have epilogue and then they have prologue?
Uh-huh.
We just crossed the line between epilogue and prologue. We are
Makes
beginning
sense.
we're beginning the prologue lead up to the first expansion at this point. Or at least we are about to with this quest. And somebody's stealing a whole bunch of crystals from storehouses. Lovely. We know what that means, don't we? Certain things have happened whenever people start having hordes of magical crystals stolen, as we recall.
Yeah.
So that's not promising.
No, that's not great.
Yeah. By the way, I was figuring since we started close to an hour later than the normal time due to people having been out for a bit, shall we be going for the equal amount of time to keep it to the roughly 3 hours?
I don't see why not.
It's up to snow.
I don't see why not.
Because by that measurement, we're at approximately our halfway point. So this seems like a good time for a break
Cool.
Okay.
before we leave the headquarters.
Yeah. Yep. Sounds good to me.
Okay. Let me see. We gotta go to Horizon and also to Ul'dah. Horizon's just outside of here, though. Actually, no, it's not, because we're not in the Waking Sands.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Tell you what. Teleport to Ul'dah, and then take a break.
Okay.
I will meet you over there on the other side of the break.
All right.
BRB.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Not human.
Yeah. Tappity, tappity, tappity.
I have returned. Nobody else has stuff.
Nope, I haven't either.
So I'm just sitting here talking to myself while writing in my document.
Nothing new then, right?
Just the voices in my heads. Heads? Heads? I am not
How many do you
Hiram
have?
McDaniels. Not as many as Hiram McDaniels.
Who dat?
He's Hiram McDaniels.
Apparently. So a couple pieces of news, by the way.
He's like literally a 5-headed dragon.
Oh, I thought that was Tiamat.
No, it's Hiram McDaniels.
Oh.
A blogger, former fugitive charged with insurance fraud, and former candidate for the mayor of Night Vale.
Oh.
He's also just literally a 5-headed dragon.
Maybe I'll elect some strange mayors.
Night Vale's just a weird place.
So
Really
news.
is.
Baldur's Gate 3 has a release date now, apparently.
Cool.
Nice.
August 31st. Also, there's new Satisfactory merch. Remember those giant space whale tick things that would walk around and do nothing? You could bounce on them?
Get them as plushies.
Yes.
Oh my god, I want one.
In 2 different sizes, too. One of them's big enough to put literal pillows inside of. Like, it's so big that they couldn't stuff it with anything, so they're just like, here, have this, and then you can stuff it with pillows or something. Oh, and you can also get a model of the, whatever they call the device you use to build buildings with. The little buildy gun thing. You can get one of those.
Remember. That's cool, though.
I don't remember if the game ever actually told us what that thing was called. But there's a character over here called Muscle Mommy.
So there is.
Who is a fan of Loveless.
I got some neat vanity gear that I'm probably going to try and do something with.
I think she's a Rogadin, but she's wearing a headpiece that has horns on it.
Yep. Yep.
And
Okay.
she's got an anime blush face. And a pet shark called the Major General.
No, that's face paint, actually.
So, Major General?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Apparently. Alright. Goldsmith Guild.
Mhm.
Okay.
Serendipity gets a lot of quest work in, doesn't she? So I see you have a new glamour there, Kai.
No, it's not a glamour yet. I haven't had the opportunity, but I'm going to be working with it. That's what I was saying when you were talking about the other characters.
Oh, okay.
Need to find an end room, go in there and do the glamour dresser stuff.
Yeah, we can do that before we leave town. We can go to the Adventurers Guild and get that done. Hello, I have a bulging guild pouch for you. Ladies.
Is it Ida's?
No, it's a guild pouch, not a something else pouch.
It's a girl pouch.
It's not quite as
Bulging
bulging
guild
as
pouch.
Ida's either.
I don't know how I feel about that.
No? Okay.
She's assisting another customer. Oh, look, Biggs is here trying to buy the same ether sand we are. That is quite a money pouch. We've managed to put together a prototype crystal-powered propulsion system. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was gonna say, the fact that they called the airship the Enterprise in this game instead of the High Wind. I recently replayed Final Fantasy IV, and that's where the name Enterprise comes from for the airship. Because that's what Sid called his airship in 4.
Mm.
To mention nothing that his fact his purse is considerably larger than yours. Why, thank you, Jimmy. I'm glad you noticed. Yeah, it's not my fault she likes the size of my pouch.
She like the size of mine too.
Well, that's because we're the same person in the story, you know. There's some weird multiverse shit happening again.
You can think of it that way, but I'm going to think of it the other way.
Also, how dare this man besmirch my name?
Oh, that dude.
This guy's a fucking asshole. Also, hi Artemis.
Hey, man.
Love.
Yeah, this guy Eric over here is part of the monk storyline.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fucking jerk. How's Artemis doing today? Fire-kissed ether sand. These grains of sand were refined from a fire-kissed ore of incredible rarity and hardness. Ladies.
Giggity?
Something like that.
Something, something, something that could be hot, maybe?
Yes. What can you do, eh, Artemis? Twitch is gonna twatch.
Having fun questioning the NPC.
I'm slash doubting him.
Oh.
Well, shall we move on?
We can.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you needed an inn room, so let's teleport to the Adventurers Guild.
Yep.
Alright. So there will be access to an inn here somewhere.
Yep.
Where is inn person? Over here.
Yep, all the way back there.
Otopa Potopa. That's a hell of a name.
Enjoy your EOTechs on fucking everything, Artemis.
The what now?
She knows what I'm talking about.
That's great. I don't.
That's
She
okay.
said Call of Duty World War II has like 20 minutes left of installing, so I said enjoy EOTechs on fucking everything, because somewhere along the line Call of Duty decided that everything needs a fucking red dot. And as great of a concept as that is, they didn't have fucking red dots in World War II.
Yeah, but they did have... World War One, though, did have lady officers with grappling hook arms.
Yeah, totally. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have to retire to an in-room.
Yes.
Yes.
I've only done this once, so...
So what are
Bear with
Ready
me.
or Not and SE5?
Sniper Elite 5 and the game is Ready or Not, so...
Yeah, but what is that?
I have no idea. A game, I guess.
Gesundheit.
You need to stop.
Going there too because I want to deal with the
Yeah. You should deal with the yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
Sure. I'm gonna go over here and sell things to people. And by people, I mean NPCs. You! Buy my bullshit! Yeah, let's see. I think I'm wearing the ideal stuff right now. Yeah, okay. You know what? Sell that too. I don't plan on being a white mage on this character anymore. Hold on, I need to adjust my options. Stop warning me about things I'm selling. I know what I'm selling. Ready or Not is an FPS where you play as a police raid force going into hostage situations. That's kind of cool. Okay. Now I only have non-sellable junk left in my inventory, so now I will go to an in-room as well. And get that stuff out of my inventory. into a glamour chest thingamajiggy. I like how we have a barber pole in an inn room. That's very silly. That's right. I never got the armoires to work properly. Wait. Okay, no, here we go. It's in the armoire. Okay, is that everything? No. Okay. What about these? Seems weird to me that they won't let you use something for a glamour if it's not at 100% repair. Why does that matter?
I don't know.
Alright. Repair person's way over there. Okay. Time to go repair this stuff just so I can get it out of my inventory. Even though I never plan to wear it ever again. There's a player over here called Manually Breathing. Which was actually a video game. I forget exactly what it was called. But there was a video game about this. The main thing was like you have to go about this guy's daily life, but you have to like press buttons to make him blink and make him breathe. It was very strange. Imagine having your video game character die just because you didn't push the breathe button often enough. Oh, there was a repair guy right in here. Derp. At least they have one right there at the inn. It's still weird that you need it, though. Okay. Oop. Oop. Take my slops.
That's something I came back to.
Yep. Still think that's one of the weirdest names I've ever heard for a type of pants.
Yeah.
Excuse me while I put on my slops.
That's
You're not wrong.
I'm gonna have to take a slight detour to the markets right fast because I don't have glamour prisms.
I have a few. I don't know if I'm allowed to give them to you or not. Are they bound?
I don't think so.
I've got 5. Is that enough?
Possibly?
Give that a try.
E.
Who makes those anyways? I'm guessing Alchemist?
You can actually craft them with any class. Like any
Oh, okay.
like crafting class. You just have to have the book thing that you use to then be able to allow you to do that. I
Mm-hmm.
did it on Carpenter because on my main because well why the heck not?
I mean, if you can do it with any one of them, then why not? Doesn't matter, right?
Yep.
Always feels better having some sort of pistol at my side.
Pistol.
I walk softly, carry a big stick and a loud stick. A boomstick, you may say.
You know, Kai, you and Snow should make new characters to play as a duo sometime off of the streams, because they have a class where you can be an engineer with a big gun in this game.
Yes, I'm aware.
And you can do strange illogical things like fire it while spinning in a circle.
Mm.
Because that somehow makes it shoot better. Or do some flips. Machinist attacks get very strange as they level up. Artemis is making the wonderful decision to do the first run on this computer on Veteran.
With an actual one in it.
Oh dear.
I didn't feel like putting paper in my mouth, okay?
But it's so tasty.
Sorry.
Contact high.
That's kind of a neat outfit over there. Very dancery. What level are you? 90, of course. And almost everything you have is glamoured. And she has a pet snowball. Guess that's a thing.
That is definitely questionable. Mossberg made a pistol that sometimes had the issue of not wanting to fire properly when being held vertically, you know, like you're supposed to. On some, to shoot it, you had to hold it at a 90-degree angle or greater. In other words, the gangster hold.
Mm.
Which is not as effective,
Gross.
harder on your wrist, and just not good.
Yeah,
This
but it's
was
gangsta.
not purposeful, mind you. They didn't do this on purpose, it just sucked.
I exploded.
You know, I kind of wonder if that's where the gangster hold came from, was from that Mossberg pistol.
I mean...
Is that the origin of the gangster hold because it was inexpensive, easy to get a hold of, and the only way it would fucking work is if you held it sideways?
Maybe.
You know,
Stranger things have happened.
purposely using the cheap, shitty, broken gun is very orc.
It's very criminal.
Same thing.
I mean, not all orcs are bad.
In 40K they are.
Not true. The only reason I say not true in that case is because, well, sure, the orcs are bad. Everybody else is kind of worse.
Mostly. I don't have a great grasp on what the whole deal with the Tau is, though. They do seem to like brainwashing people.
Excuse me.
Maybe. Also, Kat, I see you liked the lady pregnant with an Autobot picture.
It's clearly what happened.
Yes.
It's an auto baby.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
This is how you get new Autobots.
Cran, the more I look at that picture, the more I think I'm just gonna go into that music shop and buy that fucking axe. Seriously, like... So one of the things with musicians is at some point, and it's a big turning point moment, you pick out your first instrument.
Mm-hmm.
You find it. I had done that years ago, and well-meaning as my parents were when they bought me one as a gift, it wasn't the one that I picked out. It was one that was better in every way. Every single way. It was so much better. It was such a better piece of musical capacity. Like, it was such a better instrument. But it wasn't the one I picked out. So I never got that connection with it.
By the way, that was a really, really awkward time to pause in the middle of a sentence.
It really was, but I'm a little high.
When my parents bought me... ...
I'm a little high, so my words are not working at the rate that they usually are.
Fair, but also funny.
Now, I love the one they got me, don't get me wrong. I never got that. I never had that connection with it. And maybe I can learn better on one that I actually have a connection with and can actually build that with and be like, yeah, this is how you play. And then from there, move on to other instruments. I'm a vocalist that's learning other instruments. How weird.
Yeah.
As a vocalist, your primary instrument is you.
For the longest time. I've picked up a couple things here and there because I thought they were fun, but picking up an instrument seriously.
Yeah.
Huh. Try it for something new.
Yeah. So apparently the Vampire Survivors Twitter account has posted the question, when cooking, what is the perfect amount of garlic? A single clove,
Enough.
a few cloves, a whole bulb, or only garlic, forget recipe?
Only garlic forget recipe.
All right, I'm voting that one.
I mean,
which is currently in the lead at 53%.
I mean, hey, you know, call me basic white, but let's be honest, some fucking garlic's amazing.
Yeah. Out of interest, here are the current results of the poll. With 3 hours left to go and 2,471 votes. A single clove of garlic, 8.4%. A few cloves, 21%. Whole bulb, 16.8%. Only garlic forget recipe, 53.9%.
That's amazing. I love it.
Bit of a gap there.
But, like, here's something I find funny, right? Like,
Yeah.
here's 3 things that are basic white bitch. Pumpkin spice, and literally anything pumpkin spice. It used to be just pumpkin spice lattes. Now it's anything by pumpkin spice.
Mm-hmm.
Garlic on everything. What was
Yeah.
the other one? Talking about it yesterday. It was this. It was something that had flavor, and that was the thing. I was like, so wait a minute. So all of these things that are basic white bitch are things that white people like that are actually spicy, and you're complaining?
Right?
I mean, have you seen what most white people eat? It ain't got flavor. We don't know how to cook. Most of us.
On that topic, actually, you may be amused to know. A podcast that I watch once in a while, done by a couple of guys that I've hung out with a few times. I've been on their show a couple times. They've been on my podcast a couple times. It's called Hannibal and Monty's Shit Show. They're a couple of black guys, and they have a segment they do sometimes that they call Seasoned or Unseasoned. Sometimes it's about food, sometimes it's just about white people doing strange things, and you have to vote on whether or not what they're doing is seasoned or unseasoned. So it does seem to fit in with the topic. It can be funny watching them react to watching somebody else cooking, doing a cooking video, and they're just like, "No, what are you doing?"
They got rid of the cough syrup flavor. So I wasn't going to mention it, but now that it's out in the open, I might as well. If you're not careful with the strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper, if you can find any. I do, like, not careful as in drinking it warmer. Make sure it's cold. If you let it get warmer, it gets this sort of cough syrupy aftertaste. That's not too pleasant.
Well, what kind of monster drinks their drinks pop warm anyway? Jeez.
I prefer my racist cola at about 85 to 90, actually.
Your racist cola?
Yeah, the one with the polar bears and the Santa Claus.
How is that racist?
That's not the part that's racist. What's racist is that they sent a form message, like a mass email from corporate on down, telling their employees to be, quote, less white. And
oh,
quote,
fuck. Okay, yeah?
and it's like, racism in either direction ain't good, folks. That shouldn't be a good look.
That's definitely not a good look, but you know what is a good look?
Yeah, I just noticed. Damn.
Snow's looking cute over here.
Yee.
Is that the Valentine's one?
Yep.
Oh shit, I didn't make that one.
I like it.
Dumb shit. I should do that.
Oh, are we gonna have a matching couple now?
Hold on.
That's dyeable too. So
I don't have enough dyes to do anything fascinating, so get base colors.
I have a sky blue dye you can have if you want. decided to go with darker blue on this.
Mhm.
And dyed the tights black because, well, I just thought I did that on my main and it actually looked so. And left the shoes as is.
Also, apparently Artemis got very confused for a second because she didn't catch the word die. Oh, okay. Actually, no, that particular color scheme works pretty well for that on that dress, though. I like that.
Yeet. So on Snow, it's purple. On J tier, it's red. On Junpei, it is green, and now on Yuzuki, blue.
Oh, more of a gray. Looks more gray to me.
This is blue. It's woad blue.
A very dark version of it, then, I suppose.
Yep.
Looks nice. Just having a laugh as I glance over at Discord and see Artemis going, "Oh no,"
Oh dear.
to the thing I posted. My name is Nasser. The game is censoring the word ass and making it worse. And *****er.
No.
Being strong is overrated. I want to be an unapologetically soft little weirdo who makes cool things with their friends and cries at commercials. That amuses me. Also a valid point. Be who you want to be.
Neat.
Apparently there is an upcoming post-apocalyptic open-world survival RPG called Undawn. That's a terrible fucking name. Also, I've never heard of it before.
Help.
Quick look at this trailer.
Doing weird.
It doesn't tell me anything.
So the problem is they'll have the blue gloves. I thought was unfortunate. Things selected. anything?
No.
I see bullshit like that. I really just... Not your fault. It's dumb. Is something fucked up on their side that I have to have something that I don't have. Dumb.
What happened?
Their glamour system is bugging out, and I wanted to remove it. But in order to remove it, you have to have glamour dispellers, which I don't have. So that's
Enough.
lovely.
You don't have enough.
Don't have enough. The effect is the same. It's just aggravating bullshit like that. Just one of those things. I desperately hate little unnecessary in-game transactions like that. They serve no purpose. You know?
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird system.
But yeah.
I can't wear mine because I can't get it to work right because their system's fucked up. So.
That sucks.
Or at least you need to get more dispellers.
Can't even properly wear the one that I want to wear that I just made because of it either. So.
Let's go see what more dispellers cost.
I'm not removing an entire... No, it's dumb.
Okay.
It's...
In that case, let's head up to Horizon then. Which has an aetheryte, but it's also very close, so we can just walk or ride.
Waiting in you, love.
What's up, Artemis? The game's glamour system for clothing is being weird, is what's up.
So where are we going?
We're going to Western Fanaland. Not Fanaland. Oh, Black Betty, Fanaland.
You're a dork.
Yes. I can't say
No,
Fanaland without thinking of that song.
I even acknowledged that my lighter broke and I needed to get a new one while I was out today. And what the fuck did I do?
Not that, I'm guessing. Western Fanaland, Gate of Sultana, by the way. Don't worry about it, though. I frequently need to get things, then go out, and then don't get them while I'm out. This is not just you.
Ow. Motherfuckers, hot.
What is?
This glass joint.
Oh.
Because I'm lazy, I stuffed a real joint into.
What's the point?
The joint that I stuffed into it was a pre-roll, and I didn't. The point was not having to take it apart and repack it into the glass joint.
Why not just smoke it as it was without the glass joint, though?
I don't like the feeling of paper in my mouth.
Oh, that's why you said that. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Fair enough, then.
Now the gelatin ones, those were cool. Those had a cool mouthfeel. Yeah. It looked like cellulose plastic. It was like really it was crinkly and it was thick and it like, the stuff that you'd sometimes see people rat flowers and shit in. That's what it looked like. But it was gelatin and it was you used it to roll joints. Or, tobacco cigarettes too, I suppose.
Hmm.
Why would you roll those? You can just buy them.
Because it's cheaper to roll your own.
Depends on how much time you give your, how much value you give your time. I got keeked.
Abertane
Oh, no.
Mendo.
Don't.
That's that's a hell of a name, sir.
They're a sage.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That is a
That
hell of a
is-
name.
Look at that haircut
Yeah.
though. Really pretty.
Kai, this guy is the class that I'm going to be eventually. I am going to have hover laser drones that I will heal people with. Also, did Kai lose her connection?
Yes, she did.
Yes, like I said, I had when it happened.
Oh. I was probably yammering about this guy or sages or something.
Yes, you were.
Hunter Scholar. Excuse me, ma'am. Why are you hunting scholars? I take personal offense at this.
They know what they did.
Were they reading the Forbidden Tomes again? Serotonin. Ah,
The guy
I see
on
what
the
you did there.
scooter had to lean down on it in order to keep up with the fucking bicyclist. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that was a good video, eh?
That was lovely. It's like, oh shit, I can't keep up with the motherfucker. That's beautiful.
gotta love cheating at bike races with physics.
And not even really cheating at that point, though. It's like,
Right?
it doesn't say you can't.
How much do you want to bet the next time that race comes around, they're gonna have a new rule on the books? You have to keep your feet on the pedals.
I just thought the most impressive part of it for me was just the guy on the scooter who's trying to keep pace. That's his job. Can't keep up with the guy on the bicycle. Has to do the same thing in order to get ahead of him.
The guy on the bicycle who's not even pedaling anymore. He's just lying down on his bike. That had to have been at least on a slight downhill or something like that, right? It's hard to tell, though.
Sorry, I
All
got
right.
slightly distracted by bullshit. What's up?
What's up? Questy time is up. Also, there's a battle warden named Lost Rabbit. Ma'am, I think you might be in the wrong line of business. Hey guys, the quest's over here. I don't know what you're doing over there. Staring at that guard.
Not staring at the guard. There, something came up. Hold on. Speaking of Chode,
We were?
well, no, but, I just thought it'd be a great way to connect that character who's the fucking idiot, and that meaning to the current target of my ire makes me feel better. So, where to, love?
Let's
A few,
see.
a few feet to the right.
Yep, over here.
Just, making sure that Snow is invited too.
It did. Do we go all the way over here? It's a very long way.
No.
It's so far.
To this dude.
Chupalupa.
Fufulupa's a sweet boy.
He is.
Call him Chalupa.
All right, time to hunt down whoever's stealing all these crystals and why. Ain't nobody summoned no more primals on my watch, and Fufulupa's blushing like he's in an anime over here.
Yep, that's just his face paint.
He's a blushing anime boy.
Face paint. Uh-huh.
It is.
Sure. No. It's not face paint. It's blush.
Hey, this wasn't felt pretty, damn it.
Face paint is not fucking
fine.
blush pink.
Look, just because he's a royal guardsman doesn't mean he can't feel pretty when he wants to.
Oh, I'm not saying he can't feel pretty. I'm just saying this is not war paint. This is fucking makeup.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's okay. You be fabulous, Chalupa. Where's Crunchwrap, though? Yeah, every time I hear that, like, 5-note thing, it's the fucking Zelda bullshit.
It does sound like that, doesn't it? Oops. Get on my mount just to discover I'm supposed to talk to somebody 2 feet this way.
You backed over him. That's what you needed your
did.
mount for.
Thudump, thudump, thudump.
Now then. Tis I. The situation may be more
I
complicated.
hate that
than we
voice so
anticipated.
much.
Don't worry, it'll change soon.
I hate that voice so much.
Which one?
Thancred.
Tancred.
It gets
So
It
bad.
changes.
It gets much better.
He gets better.
I shall remain
Listen,
watchful.
lesbian angry isn't that much
Hold on.
better.
Hang on.
I-
Hey. Let Gideon Emery speak.
Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to...
Hold on, what is the full young maiden eager to do what?
Oh, very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's toll.
Not cool,
Save
lesbian
thy
mad.
insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
That's basically his way of saying stop perving on the young ladies, Thancred.
Just giving him shit.
Also, who dis though? What do you think's hiding in that strangely shaped hood, huh? Kai?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh.
Who here speaks for you?
Oh,
Does that hood remind you of anything? When you see it?
Hmm.
For the did, for the ninja.
What ninja?
My hair did the emo thing, and I don't hate it. Unrelated, of course.
So what do you think, Kai?
Hmm.
Any theories on that hood shape?
More than one.
One of them's probably correct.
I suspect.
I'll just say that at the time this content was first released, a certain playable race was not yet playable and had not been seen in the game yet
Ah.
until she showed up. So she is the very first whatever it is that she is that was seen in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're one of your theories is definitely correct. So if you want, I'll just tell you. She's an aura.
I figured that.
Yeah. The first aura seen in the game at that point.
Yep. Oh, the speculations were absolutely amazing.
Yeah?
Mm.
What were people saying?
Because the tail was not clearly like shown or whatever, people were actually speculating if she was a rat.
Oh, interesting. I'm guessing that the aura playable race was not even announced yet at that point, right?
It was not.
So they sprung a whole new race on the game without telling anybody, and just surprise.
But they did after.
Right, but I mean that was their reveal, so to speak. Let people speculate and be surprised and confused about it for a while.
A horse with fart legs.
What? Excuse me?
Oh.
That was... I'm trying to remember which mount that is, but it's one that drops like super rarely.
Hold on, let me get out of this cutscene. What in the
It
fuck?
ran off.
Oh,
It
god
ran
damn
off.
it.
It's like a dark unicorn with like the glowing green underneath it there.
Okay.
It's like, oh hey, it's a
That's-
fart unicorn.
It's
That's
a
two
horse
weird
with
mounts I
fart
missed
legs.
today. Fart leg?
I'm sorry, that is the best description I could come up with for it. Because it's got this weird green hazy smoke around the feet.
I was gonna say, this is... And yet it's actually a pretty evocative description. Because what you just said is what I was picturing based on fart legs.
Love it. I did it.
Oh. And as your reward, Muscle Mummy is back.
As my weird speech patterns apparently have a use.
Apparently.
Does it help if I said it was a flaming-eyed fart leg horse?
Strangely enough, not really. Oh.
Because it did have fire coming out of its
Oh my
eye
god.
sockets, too.
Muscle Mummy has
Oh
a
my-
riding carbuncle.
It's a
Yep.
flying red Eevee.
So,
Basically, carbuncle is carbuncle is pretty
Flying
much an
Flareon.
EV. Yeah.
Flying Flareon. They're adorable.
you can get them off the mug
I
station.
like the leaf one. Leafeon's cute.
Neat.
Or the water
Flareon
one.
has been decided, and using a lot of logic and science behind this, that the best Pokemon to cuddle would be a Flareon.
Does it keep you warm?
Soft and warm. Soft
Their
and
fur is intrinsically soft. Like, that is its whole purpose, is to be soft. They are known to match the body temperature of their trainers. They are incredibly affectionate.
Fair enough.
Like, this thing's got some serious cuddle power.
So it ranks high on the Pokemon Smash or Pass then.
Yes. Wait, were we only taking the fiery ones right now?
But just the Final Temptation one, yeah. Only the fiery circle quests. Yes.
That's what I was checking.
Because the other quests are like level 10 or something. Alright, let's go ambush some ambushers, shall we? Counterbush. I'm not sure how I feel about that phrase.
I like Counterbush. It is the lack thereof, my favorite.
That is a good point, actually. It is nice to keep it smooth.
Dolphins know what's up.
See, I knew that's why you thought that other picture was cursed.
That's not entirely it.
Also, the incredibly pointless D20.
The incredibly pointless D20 is not really a attractant or detractant.
Yeah, it was just kind of there.
Just kind of there. Like, but overall, I don't know. It just didn't. That's the best I can say.
Why
Like you-
does this outfit look
Yeah.
amazing on him? Like,
I love
it works.
that outfit.
like
It's very similar to the outfit that I can't wear. Because of their glitch bullshit.
Seawolves. I would say I think I know where this is going if I didn't already know where this was going. Yes, a bunch of sea wolf pirates stealing magic crystals in large capacities, and we all know where that leads to. What do you think a bunch of pirates want with all these crystals, Kai?
I don't know, but you know what? I think you need to upgrade your pith helmet.
Do I?
It needs ear pockets and a headlight.
I don't know about the ear pockets.
Oh,
As
the
I do
ear
not
pockets
have-
make it kind of cute.
Yeah, but she needs them, and I don't have that kind of ears.
You
I'm
don't
not Catboy.
need them. You don't need them, but you could always have them. And
I
at the end of
mean-
the day, remember, little pockets like that, you can put your weed in it.
Good point. I do keep my ween on my head, so that's a good point. Both of them. I mean, if a cardboard box showed up at my door that had a hat like that in it, I suppose I could put it on my head.
That sounds like a challenge.
I certainly didn't wake up today expecting to cosplay Ishtola, but here we are.
I mean, the headlamp. Think of the utility of the headlamp, though. That's useful.
Yeah.
And the ears, you have human ears, so like I said, you can put your weed in it.
Sure, why not?
But, you can put your weed anywhere there, I suppose.
See, the funnier thing is, when the first time you said it, I didn't think it was weed that you said.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
There you go.
Oh, no.
Just to
That
put, I
explains
did.
the confusion.
Just to put, I do keep them on both of them on my head into more amusing context.
Oh, that explains so much.
Right?
Yeah. What's up, full chalupa?
But yeah, Kai, can you think of any classic Final Fantasy series summons that a bunch of sea pirates might be interested in summoning?
Oh, I don't know.
We identified the traitor in our ranks, so that's good. Telephone. You might try to look a little disappointed, or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? Nod. It's fun how the game makes fun of the silent protagonist concept, even though our character does talk sometimes.
At least look a little disappointed that we have to step away from, that we
Thancred.
have to be away from Tancred. Runs in the other direction as quickly as possible. Ah! No.
Well, I have to say, he said the same thing for me, so this confirms that Thancred's bi. He doesn't only creep on ladies. I mean, good for him. Equal opportunity and all that.
Yeah.
Alpha No wants to talk about the Mother of Exiles. What could that mean? What?
Particular reason why you're moonwalking there, love.
Something to do?
This looks highly amusing from my side.
I mean, if you're going to do laps around the etherite, why not do it backwards instead of forwards?
Remember, I'm the one that's high. She's the one that's giggling.
I think my caribou is broken.
Caribou is broken.
Yeah. What?
Same giggle.
Fuck off, Alexa.
Hey, giggle time. No? Okay. Alexa, play the blues. I wonder if you can ask an Alexa to play Alexa Play the Blues.
Good question.
And have it work. Like, that's kind of a problem. Because that is the name of an actual song, if you did not know.
I didn't, but I assumed due to context.
You ever heard the song Comfort Eagle by Cake?
Nope.
You
I'm really
should
curious as
listen-
to what the hell a comfort eagle could possibly be.
You should listen to Comfort Eagle and really process the lyrics of it. And then listen to...
The other thing.
Fuck. Yeah, the other one that I was just talking about. Brain blinking. But do that and listen to the lyrics for both of them and then tell me that one is not related to the other. With you know, certainty. Because they feel like one of them is related to the other, but there's nothing in common with the artists.
I would be happy to do that, but I will definitely need a reminder. And so will you, I assume.
Probably.
Snow, remind her to remind me.
Who's gonna remind Snow?
Oh, fuck. Ray, remind Snow to remind Kai to remind me. Alright, Alphino. What's the happenings, bud?
Why did I go here?
I like your boat now, Alphino.
Why did I go into there? Why did you drop me off in here?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where... He wasn't showing up for me. That's rude. How dare.
That is rude.
Okay.
Oof. Luna Minerva, though.
Also, he's not
pose.
showing up because he's not in there. And there goes
Where
Kai.
is he?
The opposite of the direction you're going.
Oh.
Woo!
Hi.
I like his new boat though. You are late. This vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You are familiar with Doma, yes? No. This is the first time the game has mentioned it. Like the rest of the nations of the Eastern Continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Yeah, who isn't? Except for us.
Don't mind me in this idle test pattern.
Right?
Oh god.
Also, just to point things out, let me see if I can get the world map up here. Where's the world map button again? Question mark. No. God damn it. I know there's a way to get the entire world map up, and I don't remember how to do it. There. Okay. So Kai, I just want to point out here. If you look at the stream for a second.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here's Thenlan, Lenosha, and the Black Shroud, aka the Gridania area, right? This continent
Okay.
here. These guys just came from Doma, apparently. That is here.
Okay.
That's a long ass fucking trip they just took. Also, I don't know if this
Yeah.
is a complete world map, so I don't know if necessarily they can just go east and come over around here on the globe, but there might be some more shit over there. So they basically sailed all the ass way across here.
Wow.
Yep.
They took a real fucking trip there. And if you're curious, this is where the Garlean Empire headquarters is. This ominous looking fucking tower in the clouds over here, in the mist. That is the
Nice.
Garlemald. Alright. Alright, to Ul'dah. Let's have a couple more cutscenes before we call it a day, shall we?
Some of you.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is going to be an interesting character to meet.
Hello, Sephiroth.
Eh,
Tell me,
Odin and
Where? Oh,
Over
there.
here.
Never mind. Yep. Trader of Paradise. Yes. I see what you did there, sir. I see what you did there. All right.
which one?
right
Let's
here.
teleport
You were
to
right
the
next to him.
Chamber of Rule.
Neo Kaiser.
Yeah, he actually looked intimidating.
The actual Sephiroth?
So-
Yeah, not this guy though.
Where are we going? Sorry.
The Chamber
Royal
of Rule,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
the royal part of the Royal Promenade.
Yep.
But that Chamber of Rule is what it will say on the Etherite network entry. The place we go for the political stuffs. This way.
Yes, but on a good day, I need better instructions.
Yes.
This is a good day, but my brain is not all here functioning properly.
It's floating in a cloud.
I was not expecting to have such a reaction with that guitar though today. That is probably the thing that threw me for the biggest loop.
It was pretty nice.
Woo.
Oh, now you get a better look at the tail.
Yeah.
Which was really the thing that tipped me off the most when I first saw it. But
Yeah.
again, I'd already seen Aura before, whereas when this content first came out, nobody had. Actually, I can see where people might have gotten a Ratkin from. If you don't know, then that's a place your brain could potentially go. Also, it's a pretty good mask.
Mm-hmm.
A little man with a cold heart, I know his kind well. Come, explain your situation to us. People that you've never met before and you have no reason to expect help from. And yet we are probably the perfect people to help.
Yeah.
So she is the entitled mother of exiles. Refugees from faraway Doma.
Quicksand is the Adventurers Guild, so
Yes.
literally just teleport.
Hey, Kran, can you
Hmm?
run up these stairs next to me real quick, please?
Sure. What?
There is a sound that is coming from your steps.
Uh-huh.
Specifically yours. I'm assuming because you're the largest character here. That sounds like a whispered boots and socks and boots and socks and boots and socks.
Hold on. All right, hang on. Let me hear that again.
Oh my gosh.
A little bit.
Oh my god, it does.
Yeah. I see your point.
Sorry, I was so distracted by that. It was just like High Brain heard that sound. It was like, I'm sorry, but what? I needed to hear it to see if that was actually a thing that was happening, and it is. Oh my god.
They didn't even They didn't even make a sound effect. Somebody just like leaned into a microphone and whispered real soft. Boots and socks and
Yeah.
boots and socks and boots and
Yeah.
socks.
Exactly what they fucking did.
Oh dear.
They may have mixed it a little bit afterwards, but I think that's exactly what they fucking did.
Also, I want to point out there was just another Ora player whose name was Ora Ra Ra. Oh, there you are.
And
Adventurers Guild.
Yeah. And they have a chicken.
they have a chicken? What?
Yes. They have a chicken.
Who does?
Ora Ra Ra.
Oh.
I think they went in here, so we'll probably be able to see. Yeah, don't talk to Alphino yet. Let's go look at this person's chicken. That's a really weird. I was just gonna say. That's a really weird euphemism.
Let's go look at this person's cock.
Yeah.
Wow, their cock is green. That's a little weird.
Might want to see the doctor about that guy. Although, I've noticed a weird trend recently.
A majestically large cock, though. Like, it's green, but it's kind of huge.
It's hulked out. I've noticed a weird trend lately of people just forgetting what the fuck words mean. Like, for some reason, there's a bunch of people on YouTube talking like the word chicken means, oh, it's a chicken, it's a female. It's not a, that's not a, that's a rooster, it's not a chicken.
I found another
Like,
minimum height Durgan.
Oh? Oh, so
Yeah?
you did.
And their guild is called
They're
Hungy.
They're on a crafting class.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know
funny.
why
I am too.
all these people think the definition of the word chicken means it must be female. Like, no, that's a hen, you idiots. Chicken does not infer anything about his gender. Fucking hell.
I mean, it kind of does in some
A
places.
rooster is a male chicken. They're both chickens.
You say that,
Yes, I do.
but there are places where that's not true.
They're just wrong, that's all.
I agree with you, but there are places where that's not
We have
true.
traveled some several thousand miles
Are any of those
to
places in North
the location
America?
of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Couple, probably.
Also, I really like her voice.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Yeah.
Ah, listen to Alphino trying to pronounce things in Japanese.
I, lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms.
And yes, as you can guess from her name, Doma is basically Final Fantasy Japan.
That makes
Only
sense.
to be crushed.
Yeah.
And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and
Doma
guided them
means-
hither to your shores.
Doma.
A
Doma.
war of
I know.
succession.
I know.
Then the
Domo
Emperor-
is thank you.
Forgive me. You said that Doma was under imperial rule.
Which is
did you
really
not?
funny if you ever give someone a gift over there, because giving someone a gift, you say dozo, and they
Doma
say
is gone,
domo.
razed
in
to the ground
return.
as an example to the
So,
other provinces.
Being polite, you get that back and forth for a few times.
That sounds like Japan, yes.
It does.
Highly amusing.
And I'm sure they bow to each other at least 5 times each.
Yes.
Yeah. But don't like oversell sell it or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
And your people.
Not at all.
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
Far be it for me to boast, says Alphino.
I am in your debt.
He always does.
And then everybody laughed.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
Like, I hate the reporting Alphino's voice. I'm sorry.
It fits his personality at this point in the story, though.
It does, but
Still a better voice than that other one.
Thancred.
Yeah. God, I can't even say it without my tongue getting dry.
Yeah,
He gets
Vanilla
better.
era Thancred is a little annoying. He gets a lot better.
He gets better as time goes on and actually gets some personality.
Yugiri sounds delicious.
And a better voice actor. Isn't
Like the name, like it sounds like food.
It does.
I mean, isn't it literally a form of sushi?
No,
No.
Nagiri is.
No? Oh, that's what it just. Yeah, okay, that's what I had it mixed up with.
Although
Right.
I'd probably eat Yugiri to find out.
Also, I just realized,
Oh,
Rah
look,
Rah Rah's
look.
isn't a guild named Fish.
Mm.
And his bow might be actually a little bit more ridiculous than Snow's.
Oh, it's hella more ridiculous.
What is
What?
that?
This fucking bow.
Larch composite bow.
You can target them, examine, and try on the bow.
Don't want to.
Well,
Don't
what's the
want
point
to.
of trying it on? We're looking
Oh,
at it
okay.
right now. We can see it right now.
Because you can see it drawn.
I
too.
suppose.
You don't want to?
I don't want that anywhere near me. It's like sitting on the bench next to somebody who's eating a sandwich with a spoon. Unhinged.
Hang on. All right, that's saved for posterity now.
What?
Nothing.
No, what'd you do?
What Why are all the way up?
Nothing, and I didn't do anything, and totally don't look at my Discord server.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
I think she found it. I've received a free company invite from Dark Sunshine. Junko Despair. Alright, let's see. Time to talk to some merchants.
Yep.
No? Why not?
I said yeah.
I thought you said no.
Sounded like you said no.
No.
Yeah?
Oh, she just got thrown off because she's being given scritches.
Ah, yes. I noticed that she got distracted by the random scritches. Got random ear scritches. You didn't notice?
Is definitely cat.
You got rando ear scritches.
But
I assume that just happens to Mikote sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I can confirm. I have an alt white mage that I play who is a Lalafell, and Lalafels definitely get random head pats.
It's a thing.
Mm-hmm. I did a dungeon with some people once, and 2 of them gave me head pats on the way out after we beat the boss.
If you think about it, too hard, it's kind of racist.
No, I disagree. You don't have to think very hard about it at all. It's definitely racist. But it's one of those
so we should.
It's one of those.
Be okay with this.
It's one of those positive racism is still technically racism things. Like they're being nice to you.
Thing?
Yeah, that's like saying like, oh, all X are good at Y because they are X. It's a compliment, but it's also an assumption based on their race.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
That's the point. That's the point of the statement, though. Is like you think you're being nice, but you're still throwing stereotypes, and that's not cool.
okay, talk to.
So which is it?
Exactly. All right, this way.
Ah.
Have we talked? Y'all talked to Momodi yet?
Yes.
Okay, I still need to do that.
Okay. When you have the point where you are supposed to deliver Momodi's letter to 2 different people,
Yep.
That will be when we leave the room.
Okay.
Hey, mister, you're not allowed to be the Azure Dragoon while you're wielding a katana. That's not correct.
Whee!
Cheater. Look at this guy trying to be a dragoon while he's not a dragoon. Did you do yeets?
Yes.
Screw your rules. I have a katana.
Basically.
I distinctly recall that quote not being "screw your rules." I distinctly recall that being more along the lines of "fuck your rules. I have a katana."
I'm not familiar with this quote, but whoever said that makes a compelling argument.
I think it was one of the abridged series.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
It was,
Fuck your rules. I have a katana.
no, it was fuck your rules. I have green hair. It was Kaiba.
Oh,
Yep.
it was season 0. Really? I missed the season 0 abridged. Fuck your rules, I have green hair.
I mean, I can totally see him saying that too.
Yep. Seto Kaiba, Season 0 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Had green hair. It was one of the things that they changed for the official Season 1 release because they wanted it to appeal to the older Western generation that wasn't down with the green hair on business people thing yet.
I don't think Western people are yet, or at least most. Some.
No.
This is the person who scritched you.
Oh. Also, Miko. Dancer. Okay.
You're gonna get it done again. She's targeting you.
Uh-oh. Run. First time I've ever seen a cat run away from scritches.
I'll hide over here. Oh, that's probably a macro or something that someone put. You can do text macros.
Also, I just feel the need to point out this guy here is like you shouldn't give aid and food to refugees. They're gonna start expecting it.
How
That's
dare.
that's a bit topical there, guy.
Is it safe? I think it's safe.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
yeah, it's safe.
stop fucking spamming me with... I ignored your shit the first time. I fucking... I will report you, motherfucker. Actually, who did this even come from? Oh, Dark Sunshine's the person, not the guild. Okay.
Oh, I see them. They're by the market in front of me over here.
Yes, I will decline the invite and, how do I blacklist somebody?
I'm being
Without-
cute for you. It didn't work.
Where's this Dark Sunshine person? Cutie Tiger.
Over
Okay,
by
alright.
where I am.
There is a male Rogadin wearing a pink bathrobe with the name Cutie Tiger. And he's in a guild called Hugs. I just wanted to point that out. Also, this game needs a way to blacklist people that aren't in your chat. Because this Dark Sunshine person needs to fuck off.
They're over
Also,
here
there's a
by
Mikote over here named Afternoon Nap.
Nice.
That was not how that was supposed to be. That was intending to imply sharing it with you.
Here you go. Nom.
Oh, there's Dark Sunshine.
Would
Get fucked.
no,
I
I
can't
do
blacklist him
not.
that way either. God damn it.
I do not want to join an FC. Go the fuck away.
I still just don't understand people who just... Let's just invite random strangers to our guild. Like, why the fuck do you want to invite a person you know nothing about to your guild?
I don't know.
I know
You
I
have to
wouldn't. The fuck is this thing?
A
Oh,
thing.
it's a crazy Magitech thing.
A what thing?
Magitech Helldiver. Alright, back to Momodi anyway,
wait.
once... Have you guys delivered your letters?
Yes. I am actually not sure
How about you, Kai?
No, I got distracted by the guild
And
thingy.
by the all kinds of shit that's going on around here right now. Yeah. So that person, and I think it was one of these ones. Ul'dah really has a lot of refugee problems.
Okay, so I gave it to them.
Mhm.
Okay, so the quest should now say, speak with Momodi.
Yes.
Okay, let's go back. This way.
I don't think I missed a step.
If it says speak with Momodi, then you're on the correct step. And now we have this lady over here whose name sounds like she thinks she's playing D&D. Ithilwin Awandal.
Yes. And off she goes. Okay.
That's some elf ass shit right there.
Mm.
Come on, Snoo.
Okay. Yeah.
The Wonder Taker.
Peace away. Do 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 do.
Mhm. All right. We'll see what she wants, and then we can call it a day.
Okay. There's Aura again.
Yep. Oh, rah, rah, rah.
With the giant green cock.
Yes. It was very floofy. Pardon me, I will stand on this stool so I'm even more taller than you.
I actually kind of have to.
Right? It's hard to talk to her without accidentally stepping on one of those stools.
Mhm.
Also, good on Momodi for actually giving out free food to refugees in a town full of greedy merchants.
Oh, also, if they tried to cross her, she'd kick their asses too. So.
That too. You don't fuck with Momodi.
Mm-mm.
Small people are the fierce ones.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. She is very
Oh,
small
wonder what
fierce.
he's gonna win. I was just wondering what this guy in the background was gonna win. Got the little red thing.
Mm.
You know what that is, right? They get married, the husband gets scratched off, find out what he won.
Oh my god. No!
Ah, jeez.
You can't.
I was told that joke by somebody who it was about.
Dear.
They thought it was fucking hilarious.
Well, there you go then.
He also said, I didn't win shit. Says this bullshit. I didn't win anything.
Nope.
All right.
No.
What?
No. 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 No.
It wasn't exactly, or he wasn't exactly what you would have called completely traditional. He was
I
really
guess.
laid back.
Also, I think Snow has the zoomies again.
Why are you against being head pat?
No. I get weirded out by strangers touching me.
It's just a cat.
Stranger danger!
You
Stranger
let me.
danger!
You
Get out
let
loud!
me touch you.
You're not a stranger.
And are you
Ain't
kidding?
Nobody stranger than me.
She's the strangerest of all.
Okay.
Quick, let us flee from this stranger danger into this dark alley.
Over here.
Ah! No! Me. Did you just run all the way through? Okay, I think Crane disappeared here.
I told you, we're running away from the stranger danger by running into this dark alley.
Ah.
Because that's a good idea. We could just have a nap in
Sounds
this alleyway
advice.
between game sessions. So what'd you say there, Kai?
I don't remember.
Fair enough.
Oops.
Let's see who we can raid today.
Okay.
A lot of people playing games that I'm not personally interested in, but are at least neat people. But let's see what the hell this one is. After this ad stops running so I can see what the fuck this person's playing.
I
don't
also
recognize the
am
name.
not a fan of Stardew Valley.
Yeah. I don't know, those farming games just don't do it for me.
I don't understand the idea of games that make you do chores. If I wanted to do chores, I'd fucking do chores and have actual carrots at the end of the fucking day.
Oh, this person's playing Fatal Frame. Okay.
fun.
All right. What do you all think? Fatal Frame or Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap?
Ooh. Two different classics.
Out of my options, those are the ones that I have any interest in at all. Because I don't feel like Sons of the Forest or Stardew Valley or Magic the Gathering or Escape from Tarkov or Minecraft.
It's gotta be Fatal Frame.
Yee.
All right.
Not really one for scary games, but Fatal Frame is-
Aesthetically geeky it is then.
It's such a incredible game.
It's a pretty well known and well liked horror game, I have to say. I haven't played it personally, but I know people love it.
Just stylistically, it's gorgeous.
It is. All right. We will meet up with our Doman refugees and talk to General Roban about that tomorrow.